Should I
Should I
start?
start?
Okay. Good
Good
morning,
morning,
everyone.
everyone.
Myself,
Myself,
Dhanashri
Dhanashri
Ahire.
Ahire.
I am
I am
from
from
KTHM
KTHM
College,
College,
TY
TYBSc
Environment
Environment
Science.
Science.
I
I
feel
feel
privileged to
privileged to
extend my
extend my
warm
warm
welcome
welcome
to
to
all the
all the
dignitaries,
dignitaries,
guests,
guests,
and
and
delegates
delegates
with
with
joy
joy
and
and
immense
immense
exhortation.
exhortation.
Today's
Today's
international
international
webinar
webinar
is on
is on
health
health
promotion
promotion
in
in
new
new
normal
normal
era
era
and
and
UN
UN
Sustainable
Sustainable
Development
Development
Goals.
Goals.
Now,
Now,
please
please
welcome the
welcome the
most
most
important
important
person
person
and
and
speaker
speaker
of
of
today's
today's
webinar
webinar
is
is
Honorable
Honorable
Hanyo
Hanyo
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
She
She
is
is
Research
Research
Associate,
Associate,
Innovations for
Innovations for
Poverty
Poverty
Action
Action
from
from
Yangon,
Yangon,
Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Another
Another
speaker of
speaker of
today's
today's
webinar
webinar
is
is
Honorable
Honorable
Nicolae
Nicolae
Kirpala
Kirpala
sir.
sir.
He is
He is
President of
President of
Global
Global
Peace
Peace
Building
Building
Networks
Networks
from
from
Moscow,
Moscow,
Russia.
Russia.
I would
I would
like to
like to
express
express
my
my
deep
deep
gratitude
gratitude
for
for
your
your
generous
generous
support,
support,
and
and
it's my
it's my
pleasure
pleasure
to
to
welcome you.
welcome you. Now, please welcome our Honorable Principal Sir of KTHM College, Dr. V.B. Gaikwad Sir, Coordinator of IQSC, Dr. N.B. Gaikwad Sir, Head of Department of Environment Science, Dr. P.M. Nalavde Sir, Student Coordinator, Professor K.D. Ahire Sir, all departmental staff, teaching and non-teaching staff, and most important, all the participants across the world. A warm welcome to you all. Now, I would like to request Professor K.D. Ahire Sir to highlight the program.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to one and all. My name is K.R.T. Ahire, Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, KTHM College, Nashik. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all on this beautiful occasion. We are delighted to have you with us to participate and share in our international webinar on health promotion in new normal era and UN Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you for joining this event. KTHM College is committed to actively raising the quality of higher education. We want all students, regardless of race, creed, or circumstance, to achieve their full potential. Our task is to make it possible. Today, the entire world is in trouble due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We all are very well aware of it. Each and every sector has been a very difficult situation, and now we don't know how far it will go. Here, one of the important sectors has impacted a lot, and which is always asset for every country, and that is the student community. In this new normal life, there is a need for health promotion adaptation in the student community to move towards their success. One of the goals of today's webinar is to recognize various impacts of this pandemic on students' life as well as their behavior and what students should do to overcome through this situation. Because this situation will have end somewhere and we have a great future in front of us. With this aim, first speaker of this webinar, Ms. Hanyu Madam from Myanmar, will talk on students' health promotion behavior in the new normal era. United Nations member states in 2050 has been adopted global goals as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2030. These goals are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They address the global challenges we face, including poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. The second speaker of the webinar, Mr. Nicolae Cirpala sir from Russia, will be enlightening us about these goals. About the response of this international webinar, we have received a very high response from across the world. Only within 2 days of the notification, we have received more than 225 applications. We have received applications from 25 states of India. We have also received applications from Canada, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nigeria, Nepal, Myanmar, Iraq, Italy, etc. On behalf of KTHM College Nashik, again welcome you all on this occasion. Thank you so much.
Dhanush, please switch on your mic.
Sorry.
Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. This program is inspired by the vision of the trust or the formation, means the formational changes in rural development processes by leveraging knowledge institution to help build the architecture of an intellectual inclusive India. We have utilized the funding disbursed by MHRD for the development of those 5 villages. MHRD also given the permission to establish the institution innovation cell on our campus. Student innovation cell is the MHRD's initiative with the purpose of systematically fostering the culture of innovation in all higher education institutions across the country. Institution Innovation Cell, in collaboration with the parent university, continuously imparting the knowledge to colleges to explore the culture of innovation. The college has also received the grant of 3.53 crore from UGC New Delhi to start the different BHOC and community college program. Under this scheme, we have started the 5 different programs, which includes the 5 BHOC program and 1 community college program. We also received the grant of ₹30 lakh under the UGC Paramar scheme for mentoring, accreditation of the aspiring institution and to provide the quality assurance in higher educational institutions. Our college got the Best College Award from the parent university in the year 2004 and 2008. We also received the grant of ₹1 crore under the University Grant Commission STRIDE scheme, that is scheme for transdisciplinary research for the India's developing economy. It's a very prestigious scheme of the government of India. Across the India, only 18 colleges have been selected for this prestigious scheme. Our college has also established the central instrumentation facility on campus since 2005, and we have purchased the sophisticated instruments like the different instrument. I am not going to explain in detail about that. Student as well as the faculty members and the industry people have availed this facility for the characterization and some training and for the other purpose. Because of this type of the exposure, faculty members of the college receive the grant to the major as well as the minor research project of University Grant Commission, Department of Science and Technology, Council for Scientific Industrial Research, Department of Biotechnology, etc. The Department of Environmental Science at our college has been conducting soil and water testing for the last 8 years, and this laboratory has received the registration certificate of the Agriculture Department. From last 25 years, our Department of Botany conducting air analysis of Nashik city with the financial aid provided by Maharashtra Pollution Control Board and Central Pollution Control Board. This is the continuous process of the air analysis with respect to different parameters like oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, and the carbon, along with the hydrocarbon and particulate matter. We have provided the full-fledged state-of-the-art of infrastructure with respect to the library as well as the learning resources, sports, cultural, co-curricular, extracurricular, NCC, NSS, and student welfare, etc. We have unique facility of the boat club. Because of all these facilities, we could maintain the best trend in all the sectors like gold medal, university rank holder in academic also. All India University participants in sports, Shiv Chhatrapati Award, 8-time general championship of the parent university, or maximum participation at all India level. These are the different examples. As well as the RD representation of the student through LCC or NSS exchange program, national level representation for now signing as well as Thal Sainik Camp. Because of all these achievements and continuous efforts of the student, faculty and staff, as well as very strong support of the management, other stakeholders, and active engagement of the alumni, our college is accredited at A++ level with CGPA 3.79 in the year 2017 or third cycle. I think this today's international webinar having the very emerging issue. Both the resource person will disseminate the knowledge very effectively, for which will remain beneficial for the student as well as the faculty members. I think this international webinar will remain one of the milestones as far as our environment science department. I wish the very grand success for this international webinar on behalf of this KTHM College and MAP Samaj. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words, your precious time, and your gratefulness. As we all know that the whole world is dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, and we all need to deal with this by being together, but maintain a strict social distancing. We all need to create an awareness about health promotion, and this is what we are doing today. So be aware, be safe. I request P.R. Ingra ma'am to introduce our first speaker of this webinar.
Good morning, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, distinguished guests and dear participants. It is great pleasure for me to introduce you young dynamic speaker, Ms. Honey O, who is going to talk to us about the students and health promotion behavior in the new normal era. This is a subject in which we should all deeply interest because currently it is one of the biggest challenge in front of all of us. Ms. Honey O ma'am is working as Research Associate in Innovations of Poverty, National Action, Myanmar. Initially, she was working as a field manager in the same institute and now promoting to the Research Associate. She had received full scholarship from the Mahidol University, Thailand, where she has completed master's degree in nursing sciences. She did her bachelor's in nursing science from University of Nursing, Myanmar. She is having a great experience of work on various positions in variety of institutes in the field of health and nursing science in Myanmar. She has published several research articles in reputed international journals with eminent professors from various countries. Dear participant, please join me welcoming Madam Honey O in this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank the responsible sponsor from KTHM, and I'm very glad to be here today. So, today I'd like to share some health promotion behaviors for, especially today I'd like to focus on students, but actually for all people in this new moment. I'd like to introduce myself a bit. I'm Honey U and I'm from Myanmar and now working as a research associate for Innovations for Poverty Action. Today I'd like to share about students and health promotion behaviors in the new normal era. I study especially for nursing science. I studied my bachelor degree in University of Nursing Yangon and I did master degree in Mahidol University. And I like to to introduce a brief introduction of COVID-19 and mode of transmission, preventive measure, and developing health promotion behaviors in the students, and then uncertainty and how can we handle it, and would like to introduce about 21st century skills.
Thank you, screen this name.
For information of COVID-19, we all already know about it, but here I like to introduce a bit. At the end of December 2019, Chinese public health authorities reported several cases of acute respiratory syndrome in Wuhan City, China. Then Chinese scientists identified a novel coronavirus as positive agent. Now we refer as coronavirus disease, also called SARS-CoV-2, which refers to severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. It is a new strain of coronavirus in the human. Then WHO declared the outbreak as a public health emergency of international concern on 30 January and as a pandemic on 11 March. And according to statistics, globally on 25th October, there have been over 42 million of cases and almost 1.1 million of deaths due to COVID-19 around the world. So we should know about how coronavirus can transmit. It can transmit mainly from person to person in close contact with one another who are within about 6 feet. Can spread through respiratory droplets, which is produced for an infected person when this person coughs, sneezes, or talks. These droplets can stay in the mouths or noses of hours, and then it can be inhaled into our lungs. Then it can also transmit by touching a surface or object that has the virus on it. Then we can touch our mouth, nose, or possibly our eyes. Then we can also touch another people's faces or mouth or nose or their body. Nowadays, the scientists also learning more about how the virus spread. According to the evidence today, the transmission can occur symptomatic, pre-symptomatic, and asymptomatic from an infected person. So it's good to know about how long coronavirus can live on the surfaces. According to New England Journal of Medicine, coronavirus can stay about 3 to 4 hours on tissue paper and in the air, and about 4 hours on copper, and about 2 to 3 days on wood, cloth, plastic, and glass, and paper many. And be aware of it can stay the outside of surgical max about 4 days. So in these days, CDC added 6 new and very common symptoms of COVID-19, which are chest, repeated shaking with chest, maybe with fever, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, loss of taste, and loss of smell. These are very common symptoms in these days. So who are at risk? Actually, everybody is at risk. We all are at risk. But we have a group of higher risk. These are living together, living in the same household with person diagnosed with COVID-19, people who 16 years old and above, and people with underlying health conditions like heart disease, lung disease, kidney disease, diabetes, and weakened immune system. So how can we prevent from coronavirus? We can keep social distancing, and we can use face masks, we can practice hand washing, and we can disinfect the objects, and we can boost our immune system. So for social distancing, we can keep at least 6 feet, which is about 2 arms length from the other people. And we do not gather in groups, instead stay out of crowded places and avoid mass gatherings. and avoid using any kind of public transportation, side sharing or taxi if possible. And we should try this work from home as possible. And for hand washing, we can wash our hands frequently with soap and water. If soap and water are not available, we can use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. And especially after we have been in a public place or touch an item or service that may be frequently touched by other people, such as door handles, tables, gas pans, shopping carts, or electronic cash registers, and the side grills of the ladders. Before touching our eyes, nose, or mouth, because these are the entrance that the virus can enter our bodies. So when we say we should wash our hand frequently, we should practice the proper hand washing techniques. We can use like wet water, running water, and with soap. And for the first step, we should rub hand to hand. And for the second step, rub hand to hand with fingers interlaced. And for the third step, rub back of each hand with the palm of the other. And the next step, rub each hand using a rotational movement. And then circularly rub the tips of our fingers in each hand for both sides of hand. And then rub each wrist with our other hand. Then we can rinse with waters or and running water. Then we can dry hands thoroughly with a towel. The whole process might take about 20 to 30 seconds. So when we say we should wash our hands frequently, we should follow the proper hand washing techniques to be effective. Here I like to add some tips. We can see many kinds of water tap in the public places, like in schools and in the shopping malls. We have different kinds of water tap. When we after we have washed our hands, and we need to close the water tap. In here, I like to recommend not to use your clean hand to close the tap, because we can assume this tap is unclean, as many people already touch it. And now our hand is clean, and when we close the tap, our hand will really recontaminate again. So I like to recommend to use tissue paper to close the tap as a barrier between our hand and the contaminated tap. And then we can discard the tissue paper for this kind of taps. And we can see another kind of tap like this. For this kind of tap, we can close by using with our elbow, or we can use tissue similar as this tap. So it's very important. After we have wash our hand, it's already clean, and be aware not to touch again the contaminated taps. And please use tissue paper to close again. In this picture, we can see this child is using the foot as a tap to close and open the water tap. Nowadays, in the new normal period, in our communities, we use the kind of water tap. We don't use our hand to open or close the tap. We can use our foot. Similarly, the COVID-19 can also stay on the objects in our environments, like lift buttons, our laptops and mouses, and even even on our pens and doorknobs. So it's very important to wash our hands frequently, and then we should disinfect or clean the surfaces that we use frequently. We can use a household cleaning or spray or wipe. If the surfaces are dirty, we can clean them first with soap and water if we can. But for the electronic objects, we can use soap and water, but we can use some kind of disinfectant. And we can use a bleach powder mixing with water. And from same guidelines, we can mix 5 teaspoons of household bleach powder per gallon of water. But we shouldn't use with ammonia or another cleanser with bleach powder, and leave cleaners or bleach solutions on surface for at least 1 minute. And another way is we have to use face mask properly according to public health guidelines. Face mask must be correctly changed, frequently removed, properly disposed of safely, and used in combination of good universal hygiene behavior in order for them to be effective. And according to WHO, face masks only effective when used in combination of frequent cleaning with alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. And we should know how to dispose of it properly. Nowadays, we use also cloth face coverings. Cloth face coverings also serve as a extra layer or barrier layer to help prevent the respiratory droplets from traveling into the air and onto other people. And nowadays, we also made from household items, but we should be washed after each use. We can use regular laundry detergent and the wellness appropriate water to wash the face covering. Before we apply face covering, we should wash our hand and following the proper steps that I presented before. The one face mask should cover all of your nose, mouth, and chin, and should fit your face size. And when before we remove your face mask, you should wash your hands, and then you can hold the string of the mask from the back, and you can remove it. Yeah, if you intend to use it again, for example, in the lunchtime in the office or in the school, you might remove the cloth mask and you can eat. But in here you can place in the plastic bag, like here in the plastic bag. And then when we want to remove when we use the mask, you can hold from the string of the mask and you can apply it again. In here, be aware of, don't put the face mask on the table on somewhere on your hand, and you can put in the plastic bag to keep it. And then you can wash for daily using of your face mask. And another way we can prevent from coronavirus by boosting our immune system. There are some tips to support your immune system. These are maintain a balanced diet, wash your hands frequently, and get adequate rest, exercise, and adequate hydration. For nutrition or diet, we can take various natural resources for several kinds of vitamins, like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. Like various kinds of vegetables, carrots, oranges, strawberries, and broccolis for vitamin C, and for vitamin D, you can take eggs, cheese, tofu, and mushrooms. For zinc, we can take beans, nuts, cereal, and seafood. And protein, we can have varieties of meat, milk, and eggs. And then we should get enough and sound sleep. According to National Sleep Foundation, research has shown that teenagers need about 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. And when we are tired and we didn't get enough sleep, we are more vulnerable to irritants, anxiety, and depression, and also an effect on our learning, listening, and concentration, and problem-solving skills. And Adequate sleep can regulate our bodies and our attention and our emotions. So it's very important to stick to regular bed and wake up times. Another tip is we should be active. There are a lot of options for staying active in these days. We can find out from online videos for traditional workout routines like yoga, dancing, and mental acts. We can practice at home and going for a short walk or run outside for change of our view and for fresh air as well as exercise. But for sure, we are still following the guidelines for social distancing. And at least we can open the music whatever we like and we can dance around in our home. And another tip we can try this mindfulness. Now we are going through uncertain time and require each of us to navigate our way. So we can try this mindfulness. Mindfulness provides us a greater and more objective awareness of our own emotion and emotion of others and external circumstances. We have a couple of ways to practice mindfulness, like we can listen music or reading books, whatever we like, and we can practice yoga or meditate at home, and we can pray according to our religious practice. And another tip is I like to recommend you to look for positives in our everyday. Pay attention to stories of kind people, helpful people, and supportive to each other. And we should practice gratitude to make happy ourselves. And practicing gratitude means we can intentionally take time to appreciate the things, people, abilities, and opportunities that we do have. According to Harvard Medical School, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. So gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, good experiences, and then improve our health and deal with adversity and build strong relationship. So if you want to find happiness, find gratitude according to Steve. Nowadays, many informations are available on online platforms. Some are just rumors and some are real information. So make sure you are getting from credible resources. Take everything with a good dose of caution and criticism. Choosing media sources wisely, you are less likely to get overwhelmed with the constant coverage, and it will be easier to stay grounded. And in this session, I like to share some tips to reduce stress, especially for students. Nowadays, students are passing through a period of uncertainty. For years, so much about COVID-19 is outside of our control. Not just the virus itself, but all of the other aspects of life, from work or from finances. We are passing through the period of uncertainty. The situation is affecting not only you, affecting the whole country and the whole world. And colleges and universities are going through. Colleges and universities are closed and not sure how or when will reopen again. So for the students, the government and school administrators are working on plans to help students complete their education and be able to graduate. So we don't know yet what form it will take, and there is so much that isn't known, and we all have to wait to see what happens. So in these days, we can reduce our stress, and I like to share some tips to reduce our stress. Like we can have stability rocks. We can set up time for wake up at the same time every day and eating regular meals, going to bed at the same time, doing some form of exercise every morning, reaching out to a friend every day, and set up your study time. And we can accept that it's normal to be feeling stressed. We all are worried about catching the virus and about how our loved ones will cope about the disruption to your studies and routines, and about whether you will still have a job and enough money. But in here, be aware that you are not alone feeling like that. Others people are sure feeling like you. So you can share your feelings with your mates and with your family. It's likely that we are in the same boat as you. And then we can have many kinds of thoughts in our head. So when you are feeling anxious, tell yourself it's normal part of human being, and it's important to understand that we are not our own thoughts. Thoughts may begin in your head for a bunch of reasons. By accepting that they are not facts, thoughts lost some of their power to accept us by accepting they are not facts. And you can write down the words that are going through your head, especially when you are in a hard situation. Then read them back as if someone else had written them. By this way, you can reduce or you can remove your bad thoughts in your head. And you can practice on skills or your hobbies that you have used before, like drawing, cooking, such as somebody may love to do cooking and practice self-care activities. And you can practice also positive self-talk. And you can keep busy at home, like cleaning your house, write in a journal, like play music, or you can even play with your pet, and you can learn a new skill via online platform. And you can also watch a new series. In the last verse, I'd like to introduce some 21st century skills for the students. Yeah, in these days, we have some learning skills like critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication. These are mental processes required to adapt and improve in modern work environment. For critical thinking, we can find critical thinking means this is the ability to find out solutions to problems. Creativity is thinking outside the box, and collaboration is working with others. And communication is the ability to communicate or talking to others. We can practice and learn these skills via online platform these days. For students, especially for college students, I highly recommend to find out the resources and learn and practice in these days, because these skills are very useful and very helpful when you work or you are when you become a worker or practice some profession. And also literacy skills, we also call IMT skills, like information literacy, media literacy, and technology literacy. For information literacy, we can identify and understand the facts, figures, statistics, and data, and media literacy, understand the methods and outlets in which information is published. For technology literacy, understanding the machines that make the information age possible. And also we can learn about life skills. We also conflicts these skills are part into someone's personal life and also can make better into professional life. The first one is flexibility, means deviating from plans as needed, and leadership skill, motivating a team to accomplish a goal. And initiative means supporting projects, setting up projects, strategies, and plans on one's own. And then productivity, maintaining efficiency in an age of distractions. And then social skills, meeting and networking with others for mutual benefit. So if we say one person is healthy, this person should meet 5 dimensions, not only physical health. We should also promote the emotional, social, intellectual, and spiritual health. We can say one person is healthy if, or only if this person can meet these 5 dimensions. And so in my slides, I prepare based on to meet these 5 dimensions of health. Yeah, I like to share some type of messages and just encourage for the students. Some quotes like wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. If the plan doesn't work, change your plan, but never the goal. Let me conclude my knowledge sharing session here, and thank you very much for your time and participation. So I like to conclude my presentation here, and I like to invite some questions from the students and participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your innovative and motivative information, your precious time, and I express my gratitude for your generous support. If the participants have any question, you can ask directly by unmute your mic, and you can also ask the question by put your question into the inbox.
If you have any question, you can unmute your mic and you can ask the question, or you can put your question in the chat box. If anybody would like to ask anything, all participants are requested. If anybody would like to ask any question, they can put their message in the chat box, or they can unmute their mic and they can ask the question. Shubhangi Bolok, madam. You would like to ask how it helps in our daily life.
Yeah, thank you for your question. It's a good question. Yeah, how it can help in our daily life. Of course, in nowadays we have to prevent from COVID-19, not only from ourselves but also from our families and communities. And also we we are now step from home and working from home and learning from home, and it's very important to promote our not only physical health and also mental health. So yeah, these verses, I hope these verses are very useful in your everyday life.
Next question is Ananda Mazumdar sir would like to ask when are we expecting end of COVID-19? And according to him, he heard minimum 7 years from now. Is correct? Please let us know.
Thank you for your question. Yeah, for this question, I also want to know about the answer for this question. Yeah, actually, we all can wrap up when where it ends. So for now, we can prevent by following the guidelines, and we can prevent ourselves, our families, and communities. Now we all are expecting any vaccine or any treatment, exact treatment. So yeah, for this question, for me, I also can answer exactly. I'm sorry about that.
Hi, my name is Ananda. I have another question. Can I take it?
Sure, please.
Okay. So, do you think this COVID-19 has a connection with any political element? Because we know that since 100 years, there was everything normal, everything going on. So that's why the global governance has understood that there needs to be something changed. And do you think it was an intentional priority from the global governance, that means the world leaders, for changing after the 100 years and then be called like a new normal scenario?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, Ananda. Yeah, it's yeah. We have many like prediction or like many opinion about the spread of COVID-19. But for me, to be honest, I also can say the like it's related to political issues or standing. Yeah, but like in my presentation, there are very few things that we can control about COVID-19. So for now, we can do is we can prevent. Yeah, we can prevent for ourselves and for families and communities. So we all are in the same world, like uncertainty and many things that we can control. So for me, I like to just suggest we should prevent ourselves first, and for the other thing, many experts and are doing about that. For me, yeah, for me, I also yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sir, unmute your mic, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, madam. Next question is Anjali Shinde madam would like to ask which is better method, isolation or quarantine?
Thank you for your question. Isolation or quarantine is a bit different in medical practice. Isolation is isolated for infected person. If one gets infected, this person is isolated separately. And quarantine is for people who are not infected, is supposed to be not infected yet, but have close contact with infected person. This means quarantine. So yeah, we for any infectious disease, we do both isolation or quarantine. For the infected person, we do quarantine. We do isolation. For quarantine, for close contact with infected person, we did quarantine. So quarantine means these persons are not allowed to go out, or other people who go out are not allowed to go inside. So yeah, both are affected for me.
Thank you. Next question is Praveen Nalawade sir would like to ask you because of homesickness, irritability in children has increased. How do you meet it?
Yeah, thank you for question. If I understand this question correctly, it means the illness in children is increasing now, and how can we reduce it? So, does it mean homesickness is infected from COVID-19 or any other illness in the children too? Yeah, hello.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, can you clarify more about the question, please? Is it the homesickness mean infected from COVID-19 or any other homesickness in the children?
Yeah, due to homesickness, irritability of the in the children has been increased. From last 3 to 4 months, they are in home only. So due to that,
Oh.
yeah, they have, yeah. So irritation in the children has been increased. So how to reduce it? Because now they are not going to the school, so they are attending the lectures and school from their home.
Okay. Yes, thank you, sir. Yes, nowadays children don't go to school and they stay home and they feel like irritability because of uncertain situation or some mental stress. They for young students, parents can lead them to reduce stress in the home, like share many time with their children and share time to speak with them, and the parents can also accompany for their online learning, and teachers also can support the students to reduce mental stress. They can provide not only online teaching class, they can provide the exercise class, or they can have some online learning platform for their hobbies like drawing and music, something like that. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, madam. Last 2 questions. Shubhangi Bolok madam would like to ask you how to treat with our mental health problems in this COVID-19.
Yes, it's a good question. Thank you. Yeah, we have many like mental health problems in this day, like stress, depression, because we are passing through anxiety period. So yeah, we can. For me, I would suggest to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, we can focus the thing what we have, and we can share our feeling with our friends. And I'm sure your country also has some hotline for counseling about mental health problems. Yeah, in this way you can reduce your stress and health problems.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Last question. Jagruti Chavan madam would like to ask you regarding the sanitizers, using of sanitizers and masks. Has its own disadvantages. So how should people equally deal with both problems? Using of sanitizers as well as masks.
Yes, thank you. A good question too. Yeah, sanitizers and using masks also has its own disadvantage. Yes, for sanitizer, especially hand sanitizer, which are alcohol based, be aware of after using hand sanitizer with alcohol base, not use like gas or fire, because it can burn your hand, because these are alcohol based. Be cautious about that, especially for young children. For using of masks, yeah, if we wash or we wash, if we can follow the correct technique of using and disposal of masks, it's less harmful it can prevent for COVID-19. But I guess the question is about, we have studies that one person can use a face mask for a long time, it can affect on the respiratory system. So we can use masks to prevent the COVID-19, but we can also take time to our breathe out. But make sure this your environment is not crowded or not crowded or not in many groups of people. Be aware you are environment and you are staying alone to breathe you out. I will recommend to breathe out about after about an hour after using mask.
Okay, thank you, madam. Then we will take only last two questions because of the time constraint. Pooja Mohite madam would like to ask. She has a sanitizer allergy. So how should I keep safe myself from corona?
Yes, you can still use simple water, soap and water. Yeah, for frequent hand washing. Or you can choose the sanitizer that fits with your skin. Yeah, it's also important these days. People have a sanitizer allergy and sanitizer ban, so we need to choose the appropriate sanitizer with our skin.
Thank you, madam. Last question from Jagruti Gauri madam. What kind of mask is recommended to prevent COVID-19 transmission?
Yeah, we have many kinds of face masks, like surgical masks, like N95. But for the public, surgical mask is the best way, the best one to prevent virus. But in these days, CDC also recommend we can use like cloth masks. But for the surgical mask, we have 3 layers and it can filter the virus for some percentage. But for cloth masks, we are not stay sure how many percent it can filter or prevent the virus. But for cloth, if everybody can use surgical mask, is the best way. But if not, we can still use cloth masks to prevent for some extent.
Okay, thank you, madam. Here, our question answer session is over. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Rajashri Mohite ma'am to proceed.
Rajashri Mohite, please unmute your mic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, start.
Yesterday was dream, tomorrow is a vision. But a day well live makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. The Sustainable Development Goals are the blueprint to achieve a better and the more sustainable future to all. I would request Professor K.R.T Chauhan ma'am to introduce the today's resource person.
Thank you, Rajashri ma'am. Cirpala is the president of Global Peace Building Network at Moscow, Russia. He is spreading his knowledge and experience about different fields to the people by working as a public speaker for many years. He is the author of different books like Happy Modern Homo Sapiens, The World of 2020, Blessed by God, Rewrite Own Fate. He also has 24 years extensive experience in designing, implementation, and monitoring of various developments, also in humanitarian and business projects. He has organized hundreds of training and projects in different areas of life by serving the people. The main focus of his writing is on self-help, self-improvement, vision and prediction, faith, globe, and also webinar. I request Mr. Nicolae Cirpala to take over the charge and deliver his views on the suggested topic, UN Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
Yes, hello everybody. Please write in chat if you are hearing me. Just write in chat. Hi, hi, hi. Everybody hearing me? Yeah, hello, Flavin. So, you are hearing okay?
Yeah.
Let's start.
You are audible.
Yeah, let's try to send this presentation. 1 second. Present now and a window from screen now.
Yes, sir.
Did you see my screen presentation now?
Yes. Yes, we can see.
No, sir.
No, not yet, sir. You can share your
Did you
screen.
see on the screen UN Sustainable Development Goals?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay, sorry. Okay, to be short, could you turn on my presentation?
Okay, shall I share it from here?
Yeah. Because anyhow,
Okay.
it takes time.
Yeah.
Wait a second, I find the way. Wait a second. Wait a second. Are you seeing now the presentation, the screen?
No, sir.
This presentation, you see presentation?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why not? The Google say, okay. Must be from your side.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. Your presentation.
Yes, sir. Now we can able to.
Sir. Now we can. Now it's visible, sir.
You can see it, okay? Okay, you can see the presentation. Did you see the presentation? Sorry.
Yeah. Now we can see, sir.
So, hello everybody. Nice to meet you. Sorry for technical adjustment. Comparing with my previous speaker who presents before me, I would like to give a vision And this new time, a new of new reality, new normal. And I'm feeling this is special in this meeting because this meeting is very historical. We meet in these people. There was around 100 people now on the online. So we need just one history. So let's have a good discussion and good presentation. So I will try to empower you for the future because now we have this problem like pandemic time, but we're supposed to think about the future. So I will try to give you some tools to prosper and with new vision, because new vision is a vision. If you have a new vision, like good vision, you have good thoughts, and then you have good work, and you make a good plan and action, and happy life. So you could find about more information on the net. Also in my book, I try to unite people and organizations to finish global peace building in 2020. Even now it's difficult time, but we're supposed to do it. I work, as you said, in presenting myself already 24 years for peace. And recently I do a lot of this presentation online. Everybody could invite me. So I think in this era, because like people think now that there's fear, there's COVID and something like this, this era of new normal, and we're supposed to be even more happy because we have these challenges to develop ourselves and to go to the next level like humankind. And so the goal one of the Sustainable Development Goal, I call it SDG, like shortly, is no poverty. So it's very important, as most of you here are students, it's very important to just not think about yourself, like feeding yourself, but also think how you could help others, like your family and neighbors, country, and the world. And therefore, I give in this presentation, and also I give a lot of this kind of presentation, how to make your own business, and so how to make money online or offline, to help people, to empower people in Africa and Asia and other countries, in South America, so that people could feed themselves. They could have tools to feed themselves. And then another goal is the zero hunger. So we're supposed to take care of it and ourselves, but also help others. And this is very important topic because, as you see in this COVID era, we're supposed to take a good care of our health, and also the most important is mind and body unity, because sometimes we just think of ourselves that we have body, but we also have mind, and we're supposed to take care of it. And if the mind is okay, so body also will be okay. Like thoughts are okay, and thoughts are good, and the actions are also good. So we're supposed to work on this one. Please work on your mind and body unity to have this harmony between mind and body. Let's go with the quality education. You are studying now in the university, and the idea is that not just study, but practice it. Therefore, I'm doing a lot of internships, asking students to go to internships and also go to the job. Even when they are studying, if they have a job, if they have internship, they could practice already what they are studying. And also, this information you could share with others. Goal 5 is gender equality. I would rather say that this is supposed to be gender harmony between husband and wife, and this is a very important topic. Who yeah, if you don't speak yet, please turn on your microphone. So it's very important topic, not just to fight for women rights or men rights or I don't know, something like this, but it's supposed to be harmony and also to be harmony between men and women. And this is most important. And let's go to clean water and sanitation. Yeah, unfortunately, water for now is polluted, and the most important is that what we will pass to our youth. The scientists said that we could use our water in a few decades. So all water on the earth could be polluted. And if you go by our, I would say, as we are going now. So therefore, we're supposed to take care of water and purify it. Affordable and clear energy. Yeah, this is also a very important question because as you are students, I want to empower you. Please think about the future because when I was a student, I was thinking that humankind in 2 decades will have electromobile and there will not be so much pollution around. But unfortunately, because I would say companies who are producing cars, they are lazy, so they don't invent new cars. Of course, we have, but there are few electromobiles. And these cars, what we are using now, everybody on the earth, except electric cars, they could share just 40% of the energy that they use just 40% of energy. So their 60% is what? So you are new student, new inventor for the future. Please think about how you make it, how you could make it a clean energy, how you could help others to the new energy, yourself and others. Decent work and economic growth, I said that we're supposed to, everybody could do their own business, every family. So just create few companies and as soon as possible because there is a lot of demand, people need it. As you see now in COVID era, everybody, most of the planet is in lockdown and they don't know how to feed themselves. So there is a need, a big demand for new businesses and new jobs. And you could create by yourself. As you see that, I couldn't say too much about this, but you could read about the big businessmen books and see how they are going. They were also like students like them. Those, for example, who make iPhones or those who make Microsoft, and all of them were students who make Facebook and Instagram and so on. So this what I say about goal 9 is innovation. Always use innovation. And I know your country and also Africa, Asia, there is a lot of, you are like blooming spots on the planet, and please use this trend to make more innovation and more infrastructure development the world, not just for your own community, of course not with your own community and country, and also globally. Everybody on the planet, because everybody of us, we are God's children. So this is the most important. Everybody, we are equal and we could help each other and support each other, not as was till now. And goal 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Sorry, I go faster because you had already our presentation. I will try to go faster, but I will have the question and answer session, so you could ask me more questions about also after I could do another presentation. So let's go with this 17 goals for UN development. So 11 is sustainable cities and communities. I will, for myself, I use more bike when it's possible to not use cars. And walking, and sometimes walking 6 kilometers a day. And I use this also for my family, and also this is very important. As I wrote in my book, you heard about the world of 2020. There is a big international project called Peace Road, and this Peace Road is supposed to unite all these cities globally, also all continents like Russia, USA, and South America and Africa with one big road. So you could travel by car from your city to any part of the world. So please support that project, this road. And by this road, as I wrote in my book, like futurologist, that by this road there will be a lot of development of humankind if they united and build this road. Put out responsible consumption and production. There is a lot of projects on also like recycling, and also some people, they have the project, they send the youth funds for Africa, that the Africans also could have funds. Climate action. Yes, there is a big demand of this, but we supposed to start ourselves, and I also started myself and my family, to not have more fire than needed, and reduce CO2. Livelihood. So the goal 14 is, I was at the seaside 1 month ago, and yes, it's really polluted. There is a lot of plastic on the beaches, so we're supposed to take care of it and purify it. As we are now young people, we supposed to think about the future, what will pass to our generation. A clean planet or a lot of garbage. This is my another goal that I like it the most. And I started the project Plant the Trees to Stop Global Warming. So everybody on the earth, I have a lot of partners. I do it myself, planting the trees, and also I inspire other people, other organizations to do it, to plant trees, and not just plant trees. We also, if you see my channel videos, we also cleaning the planet from the garbage everywhere, because in the forest people left the bags or others trash, and we clean it up, and we have a good response, water and beaches. So please join this. This what I work now the most globally. Like I started this global peace building here to make it peace. And there was a goal before, just one about hunger, and we're supposed to help each other as we are humanity, one big human family. Be self-sufficient, and also to discuss about peace, and because this is very important. And now have different partners in different countries of the world, and you are one of us, of these partners, and it's very happy to cooperate with you. And this I want to inspire you, make a partnership. As you develop your own life, you could develop your own career, or you open your own business and make partnership and make, for example, a lot of you have already or participate in different organizations, so develop your own organizations and make a partnership, because it's a big demand. As you see the news, unfortunately, like politicians for now, they forget to communicate by partnership. They communicate just by sanctions. So you are future leaders. Inspire you leaders in your country and to go by partnership, by peace, by communication, by cooperation. And another Another one is I would rather inspire all of you. Maybe you will not fulfill all of these 17 goals in your life. Maybe you fulfill one goal. But the most important is the 18th goal. What I say, there's supposed to be a goal for your life to have your own family. This is the life and death. You're supposed to have your own family as you are raised in your family. You're supposed to have your own good family and develop your love, because this is the goal of life. Maybe other goals are tremendous important, but family is the most important, because we are everybody, we are raised there in our families, and we're supposed to have our own families, create our own families, and pass to future generations just peace and prosperity. So this I want to inspire you, create your own family, the first goal, as you will be ready, as you, and develop your life, love all your life, because this is the goal of life. Yes, thank you very much. There is a lot of to discuss, a lot to present, but already meeting is is too long, so we could go now with the question and answer session. Okay, that's all for now. Please.
Thank you so much, sir, for this very informative information.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Participants are requested, if anybody would like to ask any question, they can unmute their mic and they can ask directly to the sir, or they can put their message in the chat box.
Yes, you might write your question in the chat. If you couldn't open your microphone, just write your question in the chat. Or a microphone, you could ask a question about any of these goals, what we were discussing now. Yes, this is very important. How to apply these goals in our life. Yeah, like I said, there is a big demand. Even for now, people were thinking about themselves, about their career, but now, as this pandemic time came, we're supposed to take care of about our relatives and about like some people who develop good, they could help like their city, country, and the world. I meet the people who make app for supporting this COVID and helping the communities to stay healthy. So please just think how you could do it, and take just one goal for your life and do it. Or you could take all 17 or 18, as I am doing. Yeah, presenter, another question. There is a small problem about that, how to apply this goals in your life. Like I said, some people are thinking, I meet a lot of people, sometimes thousands a day, and some people are thinking how to make business all their life, even when they already old one, they don't start yet their business, and they don't know what to use their life. So it's very important, just think what you want to do in your life, and just do it. You may go to the sanitation, you may go with the hunger, end hunger, or other, like city building, anything. Thank you. Let's go to another question. Professor, could you write the questions from the chat because I couldn't see the chat.
Kailash sir, please read the questions in the chat box.
Yeah, okay. Okay, sir, Harshad Kaduskar sir would like to ask how sustainable development goals will support industries and organizations for branding as well as sustainable business in the competitive world.
Could you repeat one more time?
Yeah, sir, sure. Harshad Kaduskar sir would like to ask how sustainable development goals will support industries and organizations for branding as well as sustainable business in the competitive world.
Yeah, thank you very much. These goals are not from my own self. I just try to say what United Nations, that there is like cooperation of all countries. They set up these goals, and I just present what I'm doing with my organization. So I just take their goals and present to you what I am doing myself with my organization. And if you need like concrete answer how UN goals could help your own business or other businesses, please ask UN directly, United Nations. Thank you. Next question. Please read next question.
Yeah, okay. Next question is Shubham Chandras sir would like to ask, the ongoing pandemic has reversed the process of sustainable development goals. What should be done in this situation?
I was stopping at my at this last two goals. There is one 16th goal is UN goal is peace, and 17th is partnership. So I think this is the vital that people supposed to use in their life and their family and their countries, because like I said, for now, unfortunately, political leaders, they are ruling the world, but they are ruling it by sanctions, as you see globally in the news. One country is a country to another, sanction, and we're supposed to inspire our political leaders to work by peace and cooperation and make it more partnership and forget about sanctions and wars. Yeah, thank you. Next question.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Next question from Akansha Chaudhary, madam. No matter how much we talk about sustainable development goals or write research papers, in the ground level is not accepting the change that is required. What we have to do in this case? How can we change the mentality?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a bestseller book about changing. One story is that one man tried to change the whole world, and then he became more mature and he couldn't do it, and then he tried to change his family, and then he understood at the end of his life and that he's supposed to start to change himself. So it's very good question. So just start with yourself. If you are like this engine of changing, you could change. You could change your family, like help your family, help your community, and the city and country and the world. Otherwise, there is, as you see, the people, they could give thousands of advice, but they don't follow themselves this advice. So therefore, what I preach, what I say to you, what I present to you, I doing myself. So do it the same. Before, like there is a saying, before conquer world, conquer yourself. Okay, next question. Start from yourself.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Next question is from Shubhangi Mulak, madam. How to make aware of the goals to people?
UN is doing a lot of big campaign, like I said, globally, and this pandemic time, as you see, how to say, World Health Organization is also part of UN, so they are doing a lot of work to help humankind to take care of this COVID virus and about vaccine and all of this. So they are working on this. So that's all. Next question. They're working on this, but everybody of us also we could join because we are, like I said, we are one global family and we are interconnected. We how to say, care of it or we don't care of it, but we are interconnected. So everything, like even in my books I write that even thoughts would influence other people because you just see yourself in public transportation. You don't speak with anybody, but you already read the thoughts of your neighbor and another. Maybe he think about this and maybe so. This is big discussion, but it's very deep. But yes. Next question.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Next question is from Suyog Jadhav, sir. How can common people help to United Nations or achieve this future goal?
Yeah, there is like two goals, like end hunger and poverty is that one. It's just people, like common people with their agriculture, or they could develop a new ways for agriculture. They develop new ways because as the people are using till now, agriculture is very, how to say, we need new technology even there, everywhere, and to make new, clean, good food. Because for me, for example, I try the best to eat the good food, and yeah, please turn on the microphone. Okay. So therefore, this is very important. You could start from yourself, like focus just one goal and invent something new. Always, what I try to say in my presentation, always think how you could help others. Also, always think how you could invent something new, a new area, wherever you work, doesn't matter in which area. And also, always, this is my goal, and wherever I stuck in my life, I remember I'm supposed to self-educate myself, go to the next level, study something new. And this what, therefore, I'm public speaking, because I try to teach people some new technology, new way of thinking, everything new. They're supposed to do new, because humankind is developing now even faster, like every second is next, like new phones come or everything new. So we're supposed to go further and not just as people were doing till now to fight or compete with themselves, but for peace, for development, for all people, all humankind, and for love. Thank you. Next question.
So last question is from Shubhangi Golok, madam. To work on these goals, which goals we start first?
From my perspective, the goal, the most important goal is a family. So just educate yourself, like prepare for your own family and create your own family. and all other schools will will follow up. For example, like hunger or develop a business or develop an organization, help the world is very good, but start with yourself. Like raise up your character as you are student is very good, because many people, like many young people, don't have possibility to study. They just go to work and just forget everything. But you have a possibility now and you are studying. It's very good. Like study good, have a good job or make a good business, and create your own family and help the other with your business or organization, wherever you are. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So here, our question answer session has been over.
Thank you, sir. I gracefully invite respected Dr. P.M. Nicolae, sir, to propose vote of thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. This is my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion of international webinar, and it is a matter of honor for me. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for our speaker, Honey O. Ma'am, Research Associate, Innovations for Poverty Action, Myanmar, for her extraordinary presentation on students and health promotion behavior in new normal era. First, I would like to say that the presentation was very excellent, informative, and enlightening to all of us. We all are very much fortunate to listen to you, ma'am. Ma'am has very nicely explained about the statistical and detailed information of global COVID-19 pandemic. Finally, ma'am has answered all the questions of participants in very healthy manner. I express my gratitude to Mr. Nicolae Cirpala, President, Global Peace Building Network, Moscow, Russia, for executing the wonderful session from the Russia and enlightening us about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. Collective efforts is very much important in fulfilling these goals. Sir, we assure you, we follow the rules and regulations to fulfill these sustainable goals in future. Sir has also answered all the questions of the participants in very healthy manner. I express my gratitude to our parent institute, Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, for their free hand to us to organize such wonderful webinar. I express my deep gratitude to our beloved principal sir, Dr. V.B. Gaikwad sir. Without his motivation and support, we are unable to organize such international webinar. I am very much thankful to our IQAC coordinator, Dr. N.D. Gaikwad sir, our strong technical team, Chetan Shirore sir, Kalpesh Amrutkar sir, Sambhaji Bagar, Bharat Gadak sir, and other members for providing all kinds of technical support to make this program successful. I would like to thank Kailas Ahire sir for coordinating such a wonderful international webinar. I also thank Prachi Ingre ma'am, Jagruti Chavan ma'am, Vishakha Bagh ma'am for coordinating such an informative and useful event. In this short thank you, finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to all the participants from Canada, Nepal, Myanmar, Pakistan, and all different parts from the India. Without their involvement, it could not be possible to make the program successful. Thank you one and all. With the permission of the dignitaries, our guest speakers and principal sir, I conclude the international webinar on a health promotions in new normal era and United Sustainable Goal is over. We will share the feedbacks on your emails. Kindly fill these feedback forms. Once again, thank you very much.
All participants are requested to fill the feedback form that will be received on your email. Afterwards, you will receive your e-certificate of the participation. So all are requested, it's mandatory to fill the feedback form. Thank you so much.
Yeah, stay healthy everybody. Make morning exercise.